What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind, episode 154. That's right. I've almost been doing this show, which is crazy for me to think because I do this once a week and I keep track of the numbers. I've been doing this for like 3 years almost. This specific run of Daily Rewind where I go back a week and give you the last 7 days of tech news. So it's freaking crazy. But anyways, this week was absolutely amazing. If you're a Z Flip 3 and a Z Fold 3 fan, without a doubt, you want to watch this episode from the beginning to the end. I know they're kind of long, but it's crazy. The amount of information. We have real photos of the Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3. Real photos, could be fake, but they look damn real. Information about the Z Fold 3 that might disappoint you. There's a lawsuit going on with Samsung over the S20 phones and so much more. So enjoy this week and I will see you in the next one. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Galaxy Buds Pro, the newest wireless earbuds from Samsung that are out right now. There is a new update that adds a bunch of new improvements and features, 3 to be exact. So let's get into that update. So first of all, you'll see right off the bat, the first thing that they updated was the double tap the edge of the earbuds. So you'll double tap the edge of your earbud and it'll allow you to change the volume, for instance, instead of having to do it through the holding of your earbud. You can now do it just by double tapping the edge of the earbuds. They've done that on past generations of earbuds and now they've added it to the Buds Pro as well. Also, you can see with press and hold touch concept change and stabilization code has been applied, and they applied stabilization code instead to the ANC motion and talk detection. So ANC, active noise cancellation, and talk detection, so that if you have it turned on with the talk detection, meaning when the earbuds hear someone talk, they'll like lower the volume. All of that stuff has been improved. So 3 improvements overall, or additions so far with the Galaxy Buds Pro 2.23 meg update that's been released. Last story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, potentially, and a feature that would be coming out for the Z Fold 3 or the Z Fold 4 or another Z Fold phone. But this is a crazy technology, and the way it's going to work, and I'll show you photos and everything you're going to get, but basically it's going to have sensors in the phone that you would close the phone on and press just like this, and it's going to give you measured readouts of certain health indicators. Check this out. This information is coming from Let's Go Digital, and they're saying that the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 can measure blood pressure. Samsung implements an image sensor under the flexible screen to provide accurate feedback to the user about his or her health. And here's the diagram of what they're trying to do here and how it's going to work ultimately when you want to get some of these readouts. And those readouts, I guess, in order to get accurate data, the pressure that the finger exerts on the screen will also be calculated. And to do that, you need to close the device on your finger by placing your finger on the first sensor. The obtained data is displayed on the flexible screen. If you place your finger on both sensors, the data will be shown on the cover display. If necessary, the user is asked in the meantime to move the finger or to intensify the pressure. And this is the bioinformation that's going to be included on the various health aspects, such as blood pressure, vascular age, aortic pressure waveform, arterial stiffness, vascular compliance, stress index, and fatigue level. Is going to measure all of those things when you do that with your finger inside of the phone. And that sounds a little dirty, but it's so true. Did you ever think that putting your finger inside your phone would give you so much information? It sounds like it's going to now. So we'll see if this ends up going to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. They're saying it's going to. If you read a little deeper in the article, they say it might. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is the Galaxy S21 is getting a custom version of the Google Messages app for the Galaxy S21 line of phones. It might come to other Galaxy phones, but right now it's only on the Galaxy S21 series of phones. Now, the Google Message / Android Messages is the text messaging app that is coming pre-installed on the Galaxy S21 phones. check this out. This is what it's going to look like. Not a huge, look to it in terms of it being impressive, just more of a coming in line with the way Samsung One UI looks overall. Now here what you're going to see is that the home screen page of the Google Messages app has been divided into two parts: an information area top part that lists the app name and how many messages haven't been read, and an interactive area below where you can search through in open conversations. The division has a staple of Samsung's One UI design philosophy since its initial iteration, and so the new One UI Google Messages app makes it feel right at home along Samsung's other apps, and this information is coming from XDA developers. Messages. I'll link it down below.
Here's what I found.
My phones are all about me, what I just said about Google. Speaking of the Galaxy S21, what about the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition? The Fan Edition will be that kind of mid-tier version of the Galaxy S21 with probably the same processor, a very high refresh rate, 120 Hz, but probably a 1080p OLED display on there. But ultimately, we know a little bit about this phone already, and now we know about the battery size as well. So the battery size on the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition should be 4,500 milliamps with a total capacity of 4,370 milliamps, which would be more than the Galaxy S21, but less than the S21 Plus. So if you're expecting a huge battery in here, you unfortunately won't get one, but it'll kind of compete with the other Galaxy S21s on the market. And the last story of the day is all about the Galaxy Tab S7 tablets, the series of Tab S7 tablets, and there's a new update rolling out right now. It is the April update, but it brought along with it a bunch of new camera features and just improvements overall, so let's check it out. So you're gonna get enhanced usability of external input devices. You're gonna get supports S Pen pressure sensitivity recognition when using as a secondary monitor, enhanced usability of multi-window features, supports screen recording functions in DeX mode, camera, on the camera side it adds portrait, adds high key mono, low key mono backdrop effect, single take, adds 2 video filters, video calls, front camera. A software update also can include bug fixes as well, and overall it's a 791 meg update rolling out right now. You should check your tablet if it's there already, but definitely a huge update if you have that Galaxy Tab S7 or S7 Plus. First story of the day is all about what Samsung announced today at Galaxy Unpacked, their most powerful Galaxy ever, and we already kind of knew, and I've told you guys about it. They're going to announce some Galaxy Books. Galaxy Book Go was not announced, kind of weird. That is a Qualcomm powered processor laptop, but they didn't announce it. I'm assuming probably because maybe Intel told them not to, because all the other laptops had Intel powered processors in them and Intel had a presence at this event. But ultimately they did announce a couple of laptops here, or a few I should say. They announced the Galaxy Book Pro, Galaxy Pro 360, and the Galaxy Pro Odyssey, which will come out in August. The Pro and the Pro 360 are going to be priced starting at $999 and $1199. They'll have up to a 15.6-inch display at 1080p resolution, up to an i7 processor, up to 6 gigabytes of RAM, and up to 1 terabyte of storage. You can pre-order these right now if you'd like. Link is down below. Check them out if you're needing of a laptop. These look pretty nice. Last story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Now the Z Fold 3, guys, we got a new color that's going to be coming out for the phone, which is cool. And the battery size is going to disappoint you because it's disappointing me. Let's talk about the color first. So first of all, we've spoken about the colors before. The colors for the Galaxy Z Fold 3 have been beige, which is kind of weird, green, and black. Well, there's a fourth color going to be coming out as well, and it's going to be silver. So it's going to be a silver color for the new Galaxy Z Fold 3. Out of those 4 colors, depending upon what the green looks like, potentially green. Black would be very classic, wouldn't mind that. But I don't know, beige might be kind of cool too. I don't think I'll choose silver. Which color of those 4 would you choose for your Galaxy Z Fold 3? Let me know in the comments down below. Now let's talk about the battery size. So the total battery size of this phone, the Galaxy Z Fold 2, is 4,500 milliamps. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is going to have a smaller battery. That's right, smaller. This is very disappointing. The latest details for the Galaxy Z Fold 3 battery are that it's going to have a 4,400 milliamp battery. Sure, it's only 100 milliamps less than the Galaxy Z Fold 2. It's still smaller though, and I have to say at this point the Galaxy Z Fold 3 does not have, Z Fold 2 I should say, does not have very good battery life. Quite disappointing if you ask me. So this is definitely a disappointment in that regard at it having a 4,400 milliamp battery. Also remember that the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is due to have disappointing cameras potentially as well. And I'm talking about 3 12 megapixel cameras. Now it's not how big of the megapixel it is, it's how you work it. Little joke there, but yeah, 12 megapixel cameras on the back there, not very enticing. The selfie camera 16 and a 10 as well, and those front facing displays for the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It should have an IP rating for certification of dust and water resistance, as well as a thinner and lighter frame overall. First story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy S20 series of phones. There was a story I reported on, I think it was 2021. It might have been 2020, late 2020, but ultimately it was a story about the shattering of the glass on the S20 camera module. It would just like randomly shatter. And there's really no reason why. It's more of like a defect with the manufacturing of the device. Samsung knows about it, and it's nothing that anyone can kind of stop from happening. It kind of just randomly happens. And now there looks like there is a class action lawsuit that you can join if you want. I'll link it down below. And it has to do with the broken camera glass on the S20 series of phones. Now the S20 phones in question are the S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, S20, and this is not just the S20 Plus, the regular ones, it's the LTE versions, the 5G versions, and the Fan Editions and the Fan Edition 5Gs. All of those phones are in here. I'll put the link, like I said, you just fill out the little form, and it's only gonna be for the people that their glass has broken. It's not gonna be for people whose glass did not break yet. So, I mean, I guess you could try to do it, but I don't know if you'll end up getting very far if your glass didn't break yet. So there you guys go. But yeah, check it out. If you did break your glass in your S20 and you had to get it fixed, or you had to pay to get it fixed, definitely click on that link and file to that, I guess, lawsuit. Last story of the day is a very, I would say, exciting one, because it's a new product coming out from Samsung, and those are the Galaxy Buds 2, guys. These are gonna be around that $100 price range, and they're going to be the successor more towards the Galaxy Buds, the original Buds. Check this out. This tweet comes from Yogesh, who says that the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 are slated to launch in June, and it says you can read about it on Mobile Syrup. So when I go to Mobile Syrup's site, they end up saying that the successor is going to launch in mid-June of this year, and the new Buds design will be similar to the Galaxy Buds Plus, but will feature a slightly larger case. And they ultimately say also in the article that the price will probably be about $100 retail, that you'll be able to pick it up. Now you're probably thinking, $100, are these going to be the successor to the Galaxy Buds Pro or the Beans, or in that range? No, most likely not. So at $100, they will probably remove some of the features that are in the Pro, such as 360 audio and noise cancellation. Who knows what else they might remove, but that's what you're looking at. So you're probably looking at some solidly good sounding earphones. I would assume with better battery life too versus the Buds and the Buds Plus due to the bigger case. But ultimately, sound-wise, they shouldn't anyway sound as good as the Buds Pro. So if you have the Buds Pro, I wouldn't be like, oh, I want to get these Buds too because they're going to be better. I wouldn't think audio-wise they would be better. But the story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy S22, which should come out in January or February of 2022. What about a code name for this baby? Every phone has a code name. It looks like this will be the code name for the S22. Now, this information is posted on a blog and on Twitter. First, we'll look at the blog, and it says the name of the Galaxy S22 internal research and development project is Rainbow. In addition to the detailed lineup, there is also 3 models, each named Red, green, blue. And go over to the Twitter world. Tron says, confirmed, you are welcome. Just a note to Bunny, I told him about this, not asked. RGB, red, green, blue, and then you can see the blue. Response says S22 codename Rainbow device. The base version will be R, the Plus version will be G, and the Ultra will be B. So it's looking like we're gonna get something similar to what we have now with these Galaxy phones that are out right now with 3 different versions. I still always wonder, do we need 3 versions? Couldn't we cut that down to 2 possibly? Do we need 3? Couldn't you just get rid of, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's a good question for you. Do we need 3 versions of the S22? Let me know in the comments down below. Last story of the day, finally you can order the Samsung Galaxy Smart Tag Pluses. Now, what is the difference between the regular Smart Tags and the Smart Tag Plus? Really, it's the AR function built into the Smart Tag Plus, where when you look at it on your phone, it'll show you a little map and point you in the direction, not just with sound, but also visually with certain indicators on the screen. So it might be a little bit easier to find something, but ultimately, if you do want to buy one of these, I'll link it down below. You can get it for $39.99. It comes in black, and they call it like a blue jean color, but looks gray to me. So check it out if you want to pick one up. I mean, if you're gonna buy one for the first time, yeah, I'd say get the Smart Tag Plus just to have that extra functionality. First story of the day is about the durability of the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3. As you know, if you've had one of these phones, one of the issues with these foldable phones is the durability of them, that potentially if you drop it, or it falls out of your hand, or it just falls, or whatever you want to say, the chances of it breaking are much higher than any other phone that they have. Well, Samsung has 2 more patents, 3 to be exact, that are looking to go into the Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3 to make them much more durable. And this information comes from Let's Go Digital, who say Samsung has developed a durable armor frame with an armor skin and armor layer supposedly intended for Galaxy Z foldable smartphones. And you can see these trademarks that show off the armor skin and the armor layer. And ultimately what you're looking at is a phone that's gonna be more durable than previously existed. So you're probably looking at a frame that's gonna be, much more durable and supposedly lighter. You're looking at skin, meaning probably the body of the phone right here, that's gonna be, if you drop it, it'll be more scratch resistant, more durable against breaks. And then lastly, the armor layer, which could be the display, could be something else within there. But ultimately, the build of the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and Fold 3 should be much, much better. Yesterday, we talked about the code name for the Galaxy S22 line of phone being Rainbow. We have a little bit more information potentially about that phone. This is coming from Wandering Bunny, who says the S22 code name RGB represents gaming, and it also represents the AMD entry in that lineup. Series name is Rainbow, which depicts the possible collab with Olympus. So when you look at that, and when you talk about that, AMD Exynos, which is supposed to be the next processor coming out from Samsung, and maybe that'll be the processor worldwide rather than just regionally, because regionally they use Qualcomm in some places, and then they use their Exynos in others. Maybe this be the full implementation of the Exynos processor along with AMD on there. And if it is with gaming, how are they going to make gaming better in terms of obviously overall performance, but is it going to be much easier, because it's already pretty easy now, to hook it up to a display and have lower latency if you do it wirelessly or wired? Is it going to come with a game controller? What are they going to do here? It's kind of exciting to think where we're going with this. Last story of the day, again, also from Wondering Bunny, who says, okay, so the Buds 2, Galaxy Buds 2, will launch at the same time when the new watch, the Galaxy Watch 4, will launch, and compared to Buds first generation, it'll be a massive improvement, and it'll borrow some features from their other Buds lineup. We spoke about the Galaxy Buds 2 the other day being probably about $100, and they probably won't have active noise cancellation or 360 sound, but I would assume they're probably gonna have better battery life, and who knows what else they'll end up taking from this. So if you're a Buds fan, you don't care about the ANC, this might be right up your alley to wait a little bit, wait a few months to be able to pick these up at a much reduced cost compared to the Galaxy Buds Pro. We have two stories for you, and they are pretty freaking big. They are first look, quote unquote, real photos of the Galaxy Z Flip 3 and the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Again, quote unquote, real photos. And I say quote unquote because these could be doctored, they could be fake, but they look pretty freaking real. So let's jump into these photos right now. So first we're gonna take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. And what we're seeing from these photos of this phone are multicolored on the back there with a pretty good sized display. So where that little black part is that houses the cameras, there's also a display on the back that it looks like it's a touch screen, small, but it's going to give you information such as text messages and other things like that. It would be cool if you're able to hit like a microphone button back there on the screen and speak back your responses so that you don't have to always open up the display. You can see the next photo says wrapped in Gorilla Glass Victus, saying that I guess it's going to be somewhat protected, or have the most powerful Gorilla Glass on there. Colors are just more iconic or something like that. I can't read what they have written there, but they're saying that the colors are iconic as well. It looks really, really nice so far, these colors. And the look of this Galaxy Z Flip 3 versus the other two versions that have come out, the Z Flip and the Z Flip 5G. So I can see this definitely being a big seller this year, especially if they can get the price down into that, hopefully, $1,000 mark. I don't think so. It's probably gonna end up being 12, 13, 14, 1,500 bucks, somewhere in that range, I would have to expect. Well, what do you guys think about the Z Flip 3? Put it in the comments down below. And now we're gonna take a look at a phone that I am absolutely so excited about, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, showing the under display camera and the S Pen in these photos. In this first photo, again, you see it's the first foldable with under display camera. And when you look at this, you see a bezel, or it could be a case on there, but it looks like it's got like a fairly thick outer edge to the physical part of the phone. And when you look all the way around it, you don't see a camera on there because it's supposed to lie underneath the display. Then we see another photo that says taking something notes, taking I don't know, camera sets, taking notes. I don't know what that says. You guys can write it in the comments down below, but it does show an S Pen. It shows it in flex mode, meaning that you can have something on the one display and then it's partly open and standing up, and you can sign a check or do something like that, showing off that you'll be able to completely multitask on it. And that's no big surprise. Also seeing the back of the phone here, the camera module, which does look a little different, and it's a little bit smaller versus what you get physically on the Z Flip 2, the Z Fold 2, I should say. The Z Fold 3 here looks great. I mean, I like the minimalistic design of it. It's not monstrous. Obviously, there is a camera bump on there, but the big takeaways from this Z Fold 3 are that it's going to have a greatly improved ultra thin glass that'll house an S Pen support. The S Pen will not go inside of the phone, but what will happen is that a case supposedly will come with this phone, and it will house the S Pen inside of the case. So big things coming for the Z Flip 3 and Z Fold 3, and that'll be your question of the day. Which of those phones looks better just off the look of them? I think they both look absolutely amazing. I'm way more excited about the Z Fold 3, but if the Z Flip 3 comes out early enough, I might have to pick that one up just for doing videos and testing and stuff like that, and trade in my S21 Ultra, wherever that phone is, because currently I'm not really using that phone. I've been using my back to my favorite phone, the Z Fold 2. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.